So, how's it going? On vacation here, and it's wintry outside, as you can see by the snow on the roof, and there's not much, but it's cold out, so I'm planning on doing some projects around the house. So what I wanted to do is I'm going to take this carpeting that's on this floor, which is the original carpeting that was put in this house when we bought the house 20 years ago, and I'm going to replace it. I've been doing about one room a year, and basically I'm putting on hardwood flooring like this, so that the room will eventually look like this. And this is Brazilian cherry 3/4 inch nailed down, and so I've chosen this room in here. There's the wood that's going in there. It's all stacked, acclimating. And I got an extra box there, which I don't think I'm going to need. But so this carpet goes out, and the new hardwood flooring is going to go in. But I have this other idea that I want to do. Now, if you notice, this room right here is like that, and if I come out and look down, right underneath is the dining room. And so if I come down in this dining room, I want to do some work down here too. I want to paint this and put up some wainscoting so that it looks like that all the way around it. And I also want to put in some recessed lighting. Now, the problem with recessed lighting is running the electrical to it. It's hard to do in a in a ceiling like this without tearing up the ceiling. So what I figured I would do is, when I'm doing the flooring, just tear up the carpeting, tear up the flooring, the plywood, gain access to it, run my electrical the way I want, and then patch it all back together, and then put the hardwood flooring over it, and no one would ever know that I was in there. So that's what the plan is. So the first thing I gotta do is I gotta move out all this furniture, and then hopefully I can accomplish that for today. Get this room cleaned up. So I'll report back in a little bit. Alright, so this is a day later, and you can see that I got all the furniture out of here. The floor is completely, well, not all the furniture. I got that thing still in here, which weighs a ton. I don't really want to move it out of the room. I'm going to try to work around it. But I've got the everything else out, and I've got my cutting tool and tape. So I'm gonna cut up this carpet and roll it up and get it out of here, and we'll see what happens. So I've got the carpet up, and took 2 strips of it back and stacked it over there, and then I went for the foam, which is underneath it. The foam is stapled a bunch of places, like you can see it right here. This right here, you got to remember where these staples are, because you cannot put hardwood flooring down over these. So you got to kind of remember where all these seams are. I had some across there, and I've got them here. So you got to remember that,
because every one of these little things has to be either pounded down or pulled out, and it's kind of a pain. But you don't want to be putting hardwood flooring over it, because then you're going to get a squeak. So I'm just kind of, see, that's easy to find later. I wish one of you people were here to help me, because this is tedious. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm using tape to hold the bundles together, and I'm gonna set it out on the street for the garbage man. So I'll let you know how it goes. So I got all the carpet and padding up, and hauled it out of here, moved it down into the garage, and now next thing I want to do is I want to pull this carpet tack up, and you'll notice that it's strips of wood with a bunch of nails coming up, and they kind of come on an angle to hold the carpet in, and then they're nailed down with these nails. So what you need is, you need one of these things and a trusty hammer. Where's my trusty hammer? There's my trusty hammer. So you get your trusty hammer and your one of those things, and I'll show you how to bring it up. It's kind of obvious, but you never know. Somebody might not know. That work. I think I do this, and this thing comes out. Put this on here. You want to start at an end. There's an end here, and then there's these nails here that are nailed down. That's where you want to try to get this tool. So pull that nail up, put this right underneath the nail, pop it up. When I did the hallway, I put a threshold across the door here, and you can see that the tongue is into this room. So my plan is to just go right up to that with the new floor. But since the joists are running this way, lengthwise through the room, that's where I'm going to have to, whatever way my boards are. Well, let's see. If I grab a board here off the pile and I come over here, I see that that tongue is there, and this meets right up to it like that. That means that since the tongue is on this side, I got to go this way across the room. So that means my starting board is going to have to be across there, and I'm going to be going that way. So that's just the way it is. Can't do it any other way unless I want to shave that tongue off, but I don't. So that's what the plan is. That means that when I get in the closet, should be a piece of cake. Go around the closet, come this way, and then continue all the way to the wall around that vent. Should be a piece of cake. Anyway, I almost got all the stuff out. All the tack strip. There's my pile. Ooh, it's nice. So I get over here and I continue to do this. I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, so I have all of the tack board up all the way around the room, and now I want to take out the trim, and the thing is I'm going to be putting in a taller trim, like out here in the hall, that one there, which is going to be a lot bigger than this one. So I don't have to be really careful when I take this out, because I'm going to be covering it up, but I'm going to be as careful as possible anyway. So the way you want to do this is you want to take a tool like this, which is a some type of a putty knife, and you want to go into the top of it and break it loose and kind of cut along the top, because a lot of times, especially if it's a painted one, they put a bead of caulk along the top of it. So what you want to do is just cut this. I don't know if my camera's working right here. It's a little bit dark, maybe out here. You just want to stick it in and cut that seam. Make sure that it's not easy to slide it. You wind up tearing something up, so you just gotta work your way around. Cut that loose. Until you've
of the corner. It's not easy to do. Here, I know what I can do. Put it up on the tripod. Once you do that, you have to somehow get it started. So what you do is you pull it out. This is really put on cheap. Pull it with my hands. Somehow you got to get it started because it's caught in the corner here. It was mitered to 45 degrees. So I'm going to continue doing this. And I'll let you know how that goes. If you're pulling this away from the wall and it doesn't want to come out, you know, it's just too stuck for your bare hands, use a pry bar like this. But you don't want to pry against the wall because you'll wind up punching a hole in the wall. So you take your putty knife and put it behind there, and then you use that to leverage it. That spreads the force out and allows you to pry this out with very little effort. Get that out and oops. This thing out of the way here. Let go. There we go. And you just keep on going like that. And there goes the carpet and padding. Just like that. And so, say goodbye to the old. Next step, clean up all the loose stuff around the perimeter of the room. So I've gone around and I've vacuumed the perimeter. And when I got my work light,
set it up in here because it's a little bit dark. And my next thing is I want to clean up the inner part. And the first thing I want to do is make sure I get all these staples up. So right here you can see there's the staple here. And I just go like that, break it loose. It's kind of tedious. These pieces of sponge or foam from the padding help me to locate them. Not always, but you got to remember kind of where the lines were, and just follow along the line and get it every one. And so that's what I'm doing right now. So I will do that. Tedious, but I'm in no hurry. It's my house.